Section 7, adding amenities because amenities generate bookings. Amenities drive excitement and bookings more than anything else. With some of these, you'll want to add liability waivers into your signed RA for things like bikes, kayaks, hot tubs, pools, boat lifts, etc. So always run this by your attorney. Be smart with your spending. Amenities fill homes, but you cannot just offer a home. You need to provide some type of entertainment to make it appealing for them to book. Whether it's a rainy day or just something a family can do together, since the rest of the year, they don't often have that luxury of time together to gather around and play a simple board game. With work and school, it isn't often a family can play games or have fun together, but they can build these lasting memories at your vacation rental. You probably don't have several $1,000s right now to drop in a hot tub and get bookings, but you may have several $100s that can be spent wisely by adding things like used kayaks or paddleboards found on Facebook Marketplace or Craigslist. I've seen families have to rent kayaks because their rental didn't offer them. As a result, they will likely not rebook that one. Cornhole and bocce ball and other outdoor games are inexpensive. They're about $100 and $60 respectively. Hopefully though, you've already had some of these, but if not, and I suggest you get these because they really help get bookings and 5-star reviews. People want to relax on vacation, but they also want to enjoy the weather with their family and create memories. I remember a dozen years ago playing categories with my nephew to this day on our vacation that we had together back at my short-term rental. Be smart with your spending. Be frugal. Find used bikes on Marketplace or at a local flea market. Offering several bikes in good shape can be done for just a few $100s, but don't forget to take a picture of them to put in your listing so people know that they can bike in the area. Grab some helmets as well for about $25 each and avoid any liabilities by not offering them. I recommend putting a waiver in your RA to protect yourself. I've offered bikes and kayaks for years and folks really enjoy them for their stay. Always leave a bicycle pump in case they need to add air to the tires. A used full-size or cocktail table arcade game is also a hot item. If they're on sale, you can find them new for under $500 delivered. They take up a small footprint and they are gold for getting bookings. My first rental in South Carolina had several arcade games and was booked a year ahead of time, 80% of the year. Kids and adults both enjoy having these available to them on a rainy day or in the evening in lieu of going out and spending money. Be patient, look for deals, and always negotiate the price. Ask if you can save a delivery fee by picking them up. Never be hesitant to walk away and come back. You need to keep your spend low. Now, what amenity can you attract guests quickly with? Now, if you're in an area with a lot of EVs and a public charging station is not close by, this is a great way to attract EV owners and a charger. The total cost is only about $700. It may get you a couple of bookings a year, but if you're the only person in the area with this, it can make your listing stand out. So add that EV at the end of your headline to get their attention. In the Keys, we have them at all of our homes, and we get booked a few times a year for that reason, as there are just a large number of Teslas in South Florida. Now, with 2026 being the year that EV sales will equal gas car sales, I'd make this a high priority. Put this in your home. Now, a PWC dock is found often cheap when it's used, and may open your home to the PWC or personal watercraft enthusiast if you're on the water. Now, many people who vacation with their PWC and they look for homes that offer this, and there are not many homes that do. I know because I've been riding them for over 30 years. I even used to be a sponsored jet ski racer. You can even charge them a dock fee for its use, and PWC owners will not blink. This is rare for them as they usually have to leave them in the water, tie them up to docks, and this is going to be a big hit in many areas, especially where there's lots of scenic riding. Golf carts are popular in some areas. Do you own one that you can put at your home temporarily to offer for bookings received maybe in the next 120 days? Maybe there's a place that rents them that can work a deal with you for a discount to offer your guests and roll it into the cost of your price. Or maybe they book a second week, you get a free golf cart rental. Get creative so your listing pops over the others, and remember to add pictures to the listing. I had 2 golf carts at one of my rentals that I included with their stay. It was a huge hit. I used my signed rental agreement to insert my waiver along with all the state laws about drivers' age and when and where they can operate. Now, can you share the cost of an amenity with a neighbor? See if you can share the expense of kayaks or paddle boards with a neighbor who has a short-term rental by splitting the cost, and then use the lower point of entry to help each other out. Maybe you can share the PWC dock cost with them, as not every single one of your guests will need it each week, and theirs may not either. By charging a dock fee for the use, they're reserving it. Both of you can cut your cost in half and recoup your money quicker. Get creative. See if you can rent kayaks from a neighbor when you have a guest in the next 120 days so you don't have to buy them. Make it a promo that you're running for all of your bookings in the next 4 months. Once you start generating bookings and cash is available, then you'll have more options available to you. Leverage any and all resources at your disposal to get your calendar booked and bring in revenue. A simple and free amenity that you could offer is extended check-in and check-out times. This may not be possible for all people or places, as it's totally dependent on your cleaner's availability and their ability to thoroughly clean in a shorter period of time without sacrificing details. Now, if your cleaners can start an hour later and still get the place cleaned well, you may want to offer a later checkout and mention that in your listing high up and clearly. If your cleaners can also be done an hour earlier, then you can allow them to check in early. Mention this in your listing as well. If you're in an area people fly into and want more beach time, this is an attractive offer that you can do, and it won't cost you anything, and it'll likely get you a second look. Some travelers may book for this reason, thus expanding your reach and increasing your bookings. Now, if you have a pool and you cannot afford or cannot offer extended check-in or check-out times, consider providing them beach towels and use of the outside area and pool until their home is ready.